So we've got the Rwanda Bill. It's all happening literally as we speak. Now, I tell you what, if you're wondering what to advise your godchildren, your children, what business they should be in, I'm going to suggest, if they can, go into the legal business. I mean, it's unbelievable. I've got not one, I've got not two, I've got three lots of legal opinions produced in the last 24 to 36 hours about this short Rwanda safety bill. All of them differing in their views, some saying it doesn't go far enough, some saying you can't go any further, one saying it's absolutely brilliant. I'll tell you what, if you appoint two lawyers or ask two lawyers, you're almost guaranteed to get two separate opinions. And we've just heard that the One Nation group of Conservative MPs, there's dozens of these different groups, they have said that actually it's okay and we're going to vote for it. And that is quite significant because if the One Nation group, which could consist of up to 100 Tory MPs, say they're going to vote for it, then that probably means that they would just about get it through. But there is a risk that they may not. And that would be seriously, seriously challenging for the Prime Minister. But look, you've heard about this for days and weeks now. Are you sick of it? My simple question to you, my viewers and listeners, is, should Rishi scrap the Rwanda Bill or stick with it? Email me, farage@gbnews.com, or tweet #Farage on GB News. Well, I'm delighted to be joined in the studio by David Maddox, the political editor of the Daily Express online and very experienced in all these matters and a regular on the channel and the show. David, extraordinary times, very fast moving. I mean, you probably sort of recall it from the Brexit years, but I thought earlier this evening that if the One Nation group were going to sort of say they were going to abstain, that he might have to pull the bill. This is quite significant if they're going to support it. Are they essentially propping up the Prime Minister from doom?
Yes, it's been like kind of reliving the Brexit glory days, if that's the right way of putting it, in Parliament, you know, with all these different groups plotting in different committee rooms and things. I think it's very significant that the One Nation caucus has backed it because I think it tells you everything you need to know that this bill won't achieve what's needed.
And just to be clear to everybody, because the One Nation group, they are sort of, in a sense, to the centre-left of the broad spectrum of Conservatives, is that right?
They're Social Democrats, essentially.
They're Social Democrats, but I thought they were called Conservatives.
Well, you know...
so they're to the left
it's
of
large C Conservative rather than small c.
So if they're happy with it...
They are very much in favour of international law and the primacy of international law, and that means that, in their view, international law is not being blocked out. So it's very significant. Now, the earlier meeting today with the European Research Group and the Common Sense Group and the New Conservatives and a couple of others was very much of a very different opinion. They've been urging the Prime Minister to drop the bill. Now, you said that you think with the One Nation group that means it will definitely go through. Rishi Sunak only needs 29 no votes.
So these numbers are really critical, everybody at home and listening, because if 29 Tory MPs voted against and everybody else then also voted against it, then he would lose.
Yes.
And the other key number is abstentions. So I think the number is if 57 MPs abstained, then that also would mean that he would lose it.
So the likelihood is it would be votes against plus some abstentions. Now, there's a meeting this evening, ongoing as we speak, in Parliament, in the office of Danny Kruger, who is chairman of the New Conservative group on the right of the party. There's a lot of these groups going around, so apologies to your viewers. And then there will be another meeting tomorrow morning, again with the same group of MPs on the right to make a final decision about what to do. Their issue is, do we vote it down tomorrow because they have the numbers to do that, or do we allow it to go through to January and then vote it down? And I hope that the government can make some changes.
And do you think they're posturing and that they're more likely to abstain or actually go as far as voting against?
The word I was getting earlier today is that they are now on the verge of voting against.
Really?
Because Bill Cash, the veteran Brexiteer, has said, and his star chamber, so Bill's a lawyer as well as an MP, his star chamber of legal constitutional experts have said this bill's unamendable. It's just not fit for purpose. It won't work. So what's the point of trying to amend it at a later stage if, let's just vote it down.
And so they would vote it down even though, if there was enough of them and enough abstentions, that would put the Prime Minister's tenure and his whole position in real peril.
Well, and this is where we get to the point that many of them want that. Ever since the reshuffle, the ejection of Suella Braverman from the government, there has been a push to have a leadership vote of confidence. And this issue is the hill that they're prepared to die on to have that.
And how much notice will they be taking of Suella Braverman, the former Home Secretary, because she's been saying it's not fit for purpose and that Parliament should sit over Christmas with some amendments to push this through? Yes,
I think they'll be taking a lot of notice of her. There's two groups. There's a group who want her to be leader, and the bigger group that want to really change the direction of the government on this. I think she, as a result of this, will come through as quite a serious leadership figure now.
And what do you think Robert Jenrick will do? Will he abstain?
He'll vote against.
He'll vote against?
I'm pretty sure he'll vote against. He was saying at the weekend. Yeah.
So I'm going to put you on the spot, David, to finish. How many votes do you think there will be tomorrow evening in this vote against the Rwanda Bill?
As things stood earlier today, I think there will be more than the 29
More
needed.
than the 29?
But my big caveat in this is, as you said, this is a fast-changing scenario. So by tomorrow morning, they may well have decided to step back.
But as we sit here now, it's 7:30. You're saying more than 29 will vote against
there will be more than
and bring
29.
down the bill. You heard it here first, folks. That's David Maddox, the political editor of the Daily Express online. He thinks, at the moment, this thing is likely to fail. You will not want to miss anything. Keep abreast of it here on GB News. Thank you very much indeed, David.